What's going on, guys? This is Nate from the Scrub Academy welcoming you back to another episode of our Sealed Structure Deck Challenge. Now today we are opening up another box of maximum gold here for you guys. We're going to see what we can pull out of this, see if there's anything we could possibly put into our structure deck. If you don't know what our structure deck is, I know that it's been a while. Our structure deck is the Shaddoll deck, so we are going to be taking that. Whatever we get in here, we could possibly put into our structure deck. So let's go ahead and jump into it real quick, see what we can find. I'm not really sure what's been in this anymore, like what that I could actually use. Maybe a nib, maybe some misprints that we could just have for fun. Let's go ahead and find out what we got going on. It's been a while since we had a video up on the channel. We've had some birthdays, Easter, took a little break, but we're finally back. Alright, so we've got ourselves our packs here. Looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 packs of the maximum gold. Let's go ahead and jump into these, see what we get. After we do this opening, we'll go ahead and do the deck profile for you guys real quick. Alright, so starting off we have the Buster Blader, the Destruction Swordsmaster, the First Monarch, lose one turn, that seems pretty decent. Ooh baby, I'm not even going to say this word because Steven's sitting behind me, but this is a nice card right here. It doesn't look like it's misprinted at all, but that is a juicy Infinite Impermanence. A Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Alright, we're getting places, folks. I don't think he stands a chance in hell. Alright, and last two cards in this, we have a Grapha Dragon, Lord of the Dark World, as well as a Circle of the Fire Kings. Not bad, not bad. So far, I'm seeing 3 cards that we could use out of 1 pack. So I am pretty pumped about that. We'll see what we can do when we get to the deck profile, see what we're going to be changing for it. Alright, next pack, we've got ourselves a Mecha Phantom Beast Dracossack. Now I remember when this card was bonkers. It was like a $120 card, I think, when I first pulled it, and it never looked back. It was a Dragon Lords. It was good. It was really good. A Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal. This will come in handy later on. You'll find out about that sooner or later. Machine Duplication, a Transcode Talker, a Stardust Charge Warrior, a Sacred Sword of the 7 Stars, and a Dimensional Prison. So we are seeing some pretty decent cards here. Not a lot that we would use out of this pack, honestly, but again, it's all about that first pack so far. And we still have 2 packs to go, so we're going to see what we can actually pull out of these last 2. Hopefully something juicy, just to make it really, really saucy up in here. Alright, so our next pack, we've got ourselves a Barrier Statue of the Inferno, Fire Formation Gyoku, Transcode Talker, the Phantom Beast of Rusty Bardiche. Not what I'm going to be using this pack, but I already know I'm going to be using this in something, so that's pretty nice right there. And a Polymerization. Now this looks fancy. Oh my goodness. I'm a huge fan of the poly decks. This right here, wow, just wow. And then Terraforming, as well as a Traptrix Murmello. Alrighty, I'm not sure what we're going to be using out of this pack in all honesty, but we did get some nice cards. I didn't think we were going to pull that. I didn't even realize we're even in this pack, so we're going with it. Alrighty, and then our last pack of the day. Let's go ahead and break it open. We'll see what we get here. We've got ourselves a Lost World, Union Hanger, Herald of the Arclight. Again, didn't even know this came in this pack. I don't really pay attention anymore. Barrier Statue of the Stormwinds, Synchron Carrier, an Ash Blossom and Joyous Springs, a number C107 for our last card. So again, we did get quite a few good cards here out of all 4 of these packs. I'm not going to be complaining at all whatsoever. So yeah, I think we know what we're going to be adding right there. I'll go ahead and show you on the screen, just so Steven doesn't really know what we're adding just yet. But let's go ahead, we'll jump into the deck profile, and then we'll get on to our duel, so see you in a second. This is our Sealed Structure Deck profile for week 6 of the Shaddoll versus Rocket Structure Deck Challenge. Previously, you just watched me open up my pack, so you kind of know what I'm going to be adding to the deck. So let's go ahead, we'll jump into this, and we'll explain what's going on as we move forward through it. Just a small disclosure there, like, this is a Shaddoll deck profile, but at the same time, it's not going to be your usual Shaddoll deck profile because this is made out of a structure deck, plus out of 6 weeks of opening packs, and whatever we can open up is what we can use. So if you're looking for a real one, might not be the best for you, but this could show you some ingenuity, and then you can always check out the deck duel at the end of the week, where it's Shadolls versus Rockets. It's always a good time with that. So let's go ahead and jump into it real quick. We are starting it off with 3 of the Shaddoll Windy. Honestly, probably one of the best cards in the deck right now, just because you can send it to the grave with no matter what, whatever, Shaddoll Fusion, your Foolish Burial, and then you can just special summon something face down, and then really get the engine going and start getting some stuff onto the field. Moving on, we are playing 2 of the Nail Shaddoll Aerial. This card I've honestly maybe used once. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just kind of in here for a name. It's got to be in here. I feel like you're not playing enough of the other ones or as many. So you have to have as many names as you can when it comes down to it, just so you can get your fusions on the field. So I kind of want to cut it, but at the same time, I'm afraid if I do, I'm going to run into that instance where I really needed it. All right, moving on, we have 2 Hedgehog. Hedgehog is going to be your flipper to add your spell or trap, and then it also, when it's sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can add the monster. So it's a good card as well. Really, really good card. We are playing 2 Dragon, or MST as I like to call it. Just allows you to pop your monster stuff. It's also a compulse, so that's really good as well. So really good card. Next up we have the Squamata. We're playing 2 Squamata. Good card as well. I mean, all these are really good cards just because they are names. It allows you to get to your extra deck, and that's the name of the game as of right now. When it's flipped up face up, you can go ahead and destroy one of your opponent's monsters, and then if it is sent to the graveyard by card effect, you can send another one to the grave. Then we're playing 2 Beast. This is your draw, and then the 1 Falco, which will special summon from the graveyard face down. Moving on to the monsters that are not Shaddolls, we are playing 2 Mathematician, and then 2 of the Trick Clown. Trick Clown is obviously going to be there for the constructs, as well as you can send it off the Mathematician if you need to, and get your engine going there. The Mathematician's there to send whatever you need to at the time, whether it be to pop a back row or to send a monster to get a card effect or whatever it is, it's there for that. And then we're playing the 1 BLS. We did cut one of these out, and then the 1 Armageddon Knight still only at 1, always going to be at 1, maybe at 0. And then we're playing 2 new cards in hand trap form. We're playing the 1 Ash Blossom and 1 Ghost Ogre. So we did open these out of our maximum gold pack that we opened up today, and yeah, those are in there now. Just to try and get some cool stuff going there. I really like them, and I'm happy that I pulled those. Moving on to the spells, we're playing the 3 Shaddoll Fusion. Obviously at 3 you need to have this. Always good to be able to special summon by sending cards from your deck to the grave and then getting those effects, as well as getting to special summon a monster. 3 Shaddoll Fusion. You're going through these a lot. You're adding them with Hedgehog, you're adding them back, you're dumping them, you're doing a lot of things. So you want to be able to see that as quick as possible. So we're playing 3 of those. And then we are still playing 3 of the Super Poly. Still a really good card. Not sure what I would take this out for and put something else in, because I just see this as one of the best cards in the deck when it comes to removal. We do have some draw power on the deck. We have the 3 Allure of Darkness, just being able to draw 2, and then we're playing tons of darks in the deck, so being able to banish something you don't really care about, really good as well. And then last spell in the deck is the 1 Foolish Burial, just being allowed to be able to dump whatever you need to. It's pretty much a Mathematician in spell form. Moving on to the traps, we're playing the 2 Rush Shaddoll Incarnation. It's taken me 6 weeks, honestly, to figure out how good this card is. And you gotta keep it at 2. You just gotta be able to send it to the graveyard as soon as possible and be able to flip whatever you need to face up for disruption. Really good card. The 1 Sales Pitch, this card is still in here because you can add the, Super Poly. You can add any card to hand that you want on your opponent's turn if they add a card to hand. So that's really good. You can't use the turn that you added to your hand, but because you're activating your opponent's turn, still a pretty good card. And then we are playing the 1 Dimensional Prison. I opened this out of the packs as well, just for some more removal if I need it. And then we're playing the 1 Solid Judgment and the 1 Infinite Impermanence. So I did open that as well. So we've added a lot of cards from our packs from today, probably the most I've ever added of any of the packs we've opened. So that is the entire main deck. I'm not going to show you the side deck, I'll just go through it real quick. We added the 1 Lose 1 Turn in there, we still have the Nib, and then we switched the Twin Twisters from the the main deck to the side deck. And then moving on to the extra deck, we've got the 3 Construct, always going to be playing that at 3, the 3 Winda, the 2 Apocalone that nobody ever actually knows what it does, so that's really nice. The 2 Shekanaga that I don't use 2 of, I might use 1 maybe. The 1 Grista that you'll never actually use, the 1 Ananiloides that you'll never use, the 1 Wendigo that you'll never actually use either. And then the 1 Cross Sheep, as well as the Transcode Talker. So that is the entire main deck and extra deck for you guys. If you did enjoy, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because all your support is greatly appreciated. Tune in later this week for Steven's deck profile, as well as his pack openings, and then our duel at the end of the week. This is currently week 6, and I'm leading 4-1. So there's 3 weeks left, and we've already decided that if I'm able to win this next week, I basically have the best of 8. So I have 5. And we're going to jump into the next week as being week 8, or week 7 is going to be the finale. So yeah, tune in for that, guys. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. This is Nate from the Script Academy, signing out for now. Peace out!